Wait, stop. You gotta listen to me. I'm not crazy. It's time for Below Grade Level. The podcast is coming from inside the house.
Hello and welcome to Below Grade Level, the show where we take the books that we read as children and read them as adults and ruin them. I'm getting worse at saying that. I'm one of your hosts, Jonathan Eaton, and with me as always is Bekah Eaton.
Hello.
And Chris Zaleski.
Hello, and welcome to Below Grade Level, the show where we read the books as children, and
Nope.
I already fucked it up.
Yes, you did?
Aw, wouldn't it be cute if we could go back in time and have us as children read the books?
Oh
and
my
you
record it?
don't want that. I was a terror of a child.
I don't know, I think we probably would have gotten along.
I think I would have found you both very annoying.
I think so. And then we would have fallen in love.
Aw.
Joining us tonight to continue reading Chain Letter by Christopher Pike is returning champion Jimmy Reed.
I'm here and in one piece so far.
Yeah, good. Excellent. We were talking right before this about, I never remember what the hell the last thing we read with a returning champion is, but you were saying Christopher Pike. Do you remember which Christopher Pike?
I don't remember. I think it was Christopher Pike. He's always in my head, even though I can't place anything about him.
Yeah, that's very Pike-ish. We did...
Was it a girl that was dead, like a ghost girl at a party, talking about what rooms people were in at different times?
Oh.
Or was it a girl that was actually a robot from the future that went back in time and dated her grandfather?
Or was it a guy
Or-
who was a writer who killed his best friend and wrote about it and then had amnesia about it?
Or was it
Dinosaurs.
a scavenger hunt at a high school that turned into dinosaur alien brother and sister making out,
Yes.
kicking a dog into a pit of lava?
These are different things.
Those are all different
Those
things.
are
Okay.
4 different Christopher Pike books.
It was none of those to my recollection, so it must not have been Christopher Pike, but it was a while ago. So
Okay.
I'll figure it out one of these days. I was saying I'll make a spreadsheet for myself so this
I
doesn't
like
happen.
your Laura Palmer. I was trying to point it out to Jonathan.
That's so
It's
good.
awesome.
I met her. She was wonderful.
Nice.
Oh,
Before
why can't
she
I
was
think of her name?
murdered.
After, she looked great.
What's her name?
Laura Palmer.
Cheryl Lee.
Cheryl Lee. Yes. I was like Cheryl. Cheryl Lee and Sherilyn Fenn. I'm like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
something. That's awesome.
Yeah, she
And
was
that's
really
also-
great.
That's nice.
I'm so mad that I didn't think of that, doing that also, of just like
Oh,
framing
yeah.
that picture of Laura Palmer.
We still can.
We still can. And
Look,
will.
He won't be mad at us. We should put it in the hallway next to the picture of Jeff Goldblum.
Yes, we should. Do you know about our picture of Jeff Goldblum?
I don't.
We have a signed picture of Jeff Goldblum from our accountant.
What?
The guy that does our taxes, I went one year, I think it was the last year I went there in person, and I think he retired. But he always liked to just like sit down and chat for like 30 minutes before we were just like, okay, now
Sounds
taxes.
awful.
He's really good at taxes.
He is really good at taxes.
It's like the tax equivalent of like buying weed from someone where you have to hang out with them for a while.
That's always the worst.
The last time I went there was a while ago, and he had cancer and beat it, but he had a cancer scare, and so like literally thought he was gonna die.
Yeah.
And so he was like, kind of, like, I don't know, I think he's in his like 70s maybe. But he's like new lease on life, like mentality. And he had this gigantic binder that he slid to me, and he was like, take a look through that. And I looked through it, and it was just hundreds of signed headshots of celebrities, just autographed pictures to him. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And he's like, this was my hobby. This has been my hobby my entire life, as I collect autographed photos of celebrities.
That's amazing.
And he's like, and so I'm giving them away. So like all of my clients can take one. So pick one. So I got to look through this whole binder and pick an autographed picture. And I picked one of hot Jeff Goldblum. And then we framed it and put it in our hallway.
Great choice.
Do you think after he beat cancer, he was like, hey, so that picture of Jeff Goldblum, could I have it back?
No, sorry. He had beaten cancer
Oh, okay.
before this happened.
But just decided on a purge of his possessions, I guess.
I don't know. I feel like him and his wife are probably like, we're just gonna go travel or whatever.
Yeah.
We're doing van life now.
We don't want this binder weighing us down.
No, this binder.
What were some of the other ones? Do you remember?
Fuck. I did. I actually got 2.
I think this is the most tangents we've done before we started reading.
I know. I'm so sorry.
No.
Great.
I think I actually took 2. I think I remember. Being like, is it okay if I take 2? And specifically because I don't know if it was like Joan Crawford. It was one of those types of things. It was an old-timey actress. It might have been like even earlier than Joan Crawford, like a 1930s era actress.
I think it was Joan Crawford.
Was it? It was for John Nagel.
Yeah.
Our friend John, who's also a returning champion on this podcast. His birthday was coming up, and he, we know a couple of things about John. He loves wrestling. He loves hair metal. And he loves old Hollywood.
That's awesome.
And I was like, I know he will love this. So we got that and framed it and gave it to him for his birthday.
Beautiful.
Yeah. But I don't remember any of it. I mean, it was like every celebrity you could think of from like the 70s through the 90s.
That's wild. Is it signed
crazy.
to him, or is it just signed?
I can't remember. Some of them were to him, and then some of them he just bought. So I don't remember what.
Yeah, I think this
says.
one just says like best wishes.
Yeah.
Got it.
And then
Yeah.
Jeff
I
Goldblum.
think it's pretty generic.
Yeah.
It would be really funny if
I
it
was
was
just
like.
thinking, how did he collect
Thanks,
them?
Dan.
Did he like write letters to them? Like, may I please have an autographed picture?
Yeah.
I'm a really good accountant.
I'm a really good accountant. I'll do your taxes.
Yeah,
if
put
you
your
sign
business
my-
card in.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Holy crap.
Accountant to the stars.
And then, okay, real quick before you recap, this is also something that we mentioned right before we started recording, but
Oh,
Jimmy,
yeah.
you have read this book.
I have, and I remember nothing about it except that there is a chain letter.
The titular one.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it. But I did read this in middle school. I was a big Christopher Pike fan at that time, although I remember seriously nothing about those books.
I mean, all the books, like all the Sweet Valley High and Babysitter's Club, I remember like 1 to 2 details of the like 20 to 30 books I read.
Oh, yeah.
In the series.
It's the same with Goosebumps with me. Yeah. The only reason I remember anything about these books that we've been reading on the podcast is just because we spend so much time with them and they're just like, we're dissecting them. But I also remember reading Christopher Pike as a kid, and I, again, like you, do not remember really a single thing.
That's so good. I mean, I remember how I felt reading them, which was scared.
Yeah.
But,
They're fucked up.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess if you don't remember any specifics, do you remember having like a favorite, or do you remember some other ones that you did read?
Chain Letter 2.
Okay. We also have that, yeah.
There was one, he did one that was like for an older audience, SETI.
Older than this?
I think so. Like I'm maybe misremembering the name of this. I'll have to look it up.
Mm-hmm.
There were a couple others that I had, but I couldn't point them out by name.
Okay. Well, I'm really excited for you because he's insane.
Yeah.
And this is, it's always a wild ride.
Amazing.
So I guess, Bekah, let us know what happened last time on Chain Letter.
Last time on Chain Letter, Kip got his task.
Yes.
I guess he got the letter. Fran mailed it to him through the mail instead of just handing it to him, and they were giving her some shit about that. He gets his task, which is to fail his next calculus test, and he doesn't do it, and a week goes by and nothing happens, and he's like, this is all just a joke, whatever. But then he drives away from the school with Neil in the car, and they crash into a wall going 40 miles an hour. And Tony was around and like runs over to check on them and examines the car, and it looks like the brakes were cut in such a specific way that it slowly leaked over the course of several speed bumps until it got to the point where he would hit a wall. But they think it wasn't to try to kill him, it was just to try to rattle them. Even though 40 miles into a wall, and Neil was not
dead.
wearing a seatbelt.
No.
And all that happened to Neil was that he pissed his pants.
And they did not even mention an airbag. I forgot he pissed his pants. I'd rather be dead.
Well, and that's Tony was a sweetheart and like gave him his shirt to wrap around his waist.
Yeah. Tony, we're finding
But yeah.
out, is a bit of a sweetheart.
So then Kip fails his next test and sends the letter on to Brenda. And Brenda's task was to tell the drama teacher that he's the worst teacher in the world in front of all the other students. So she gets real mean at their play rehearsal and yells at him, and then he fires her from the play, and then she gets grounded for 2 weeks.
Much meaner than she needs to be.
Yeah, she really
goes above and beyond.
She really let out some stuff she was holding in at that moment. And then Tony and Allison go on a date. And so obviously they're a bunch of teenagers, so they all have crushes on each other. Tony and Joan were kind of dating. I wrote down everyone's crushes, but it's just like everyone's crushing on everyone. Mm-hmm. Tony and Allison go on a date where Allison kind of plays into his football persona for a little while, but then stops, and then they get to know the real version of each other.
Yeah.
And they really like each other. But their date, he picks her up. He has no plan and says, "What do you want to do?"
Best thing in the world.
And they go to a restaurant by the school where he was joking that they give him free food because he's so good at football. But she doesn't know he was joking, so she orders lobster at this high school adjacent restaurant. And then he has to pay for it. And then they go fly kites.
At night.
They go fly kites at night.
Night kites.
Night kites. And then he drops her off at home, and they smooch. And Allison is creeped out by the empty neighborhood. Just another mention of the empty, creepy neighborhood.
Yeah. They also have the most awkward car smooch, possible.
I know. They're doing this horrible banter where she was pretending her name was Ralph.
Yeah.
Really
There's all
bad.
that gay panic in that last batch
was.
of chapters.
It was the 80s.
Yeah. But yeah, they smooch.
It was
a
the
bit.
80s.
Okay.
All right.
That's
all-
awesome.
that's all I got.
Any questions, Jimmy, about Chain Letter before we just dive headfirst into this?
I mean, I feel like we're going to learn the answers to all those things and more.
Okay, good. I think that's really that's nice of you to think. We can hope. Usually with Christopher Pike, you're just left with more questions.
Yeah, I mean, he wouldn't leave us hanging unless he had something better to tell us, right?
Yeah. This is one of I mentioned this in the earlier episodes also, but this is one of his according to one of our listeners actually. This is one of his tamer books. And what we were saying after the last time we recorded is the content itself might be tamer than time traveling teenage robot who wants to fuck her grandpa, but at least his writing is still like so incomprehensible that it's still like peak Pike.
Yeah.
All right, chapter 5, 6, 7. 7.
Tame for Pike is still a lot.
Exactly. Thanks, Chris, for distracting everybody from the fact that I don't know Roman numerals off the top of my
Good
head.
at what I do.
Neil's, quote, small token of obedience. I guess that's what he's calling the tasks. A small token of obedience. Neil's small token of obedience was demanded and carried out without injury or insult to anyone. The caretaker wanted him to get sick in class.
Oh, right. I forgot I read that sentence last night. I was like, oh.
The group debated whether it was actually necessary for him to vomit on somebody. How gross, Brenda had remarked. Before deciding a fainting spell would probably be sufficient. Neil chose Algebra 2 to throw the fit.
I don't blame him.
Me either. This was ironic. The math teacher was none other than Coach Sager, whose imaginary seduction they had been listening to when they had hit the man.
The man.
When they had hit the man. Yeah, Jimmy, when they were driving in the desert at night last summer, right before they hit the man, as the book says, Kip, who's like the clown of the group, had recorded his own like Jerky Boys style comedy album on a cassette tape and put it in for them to listen to, and it was him doing the voices of their coach and their friend Joan fucking.
Okay, because let me tell you, the phrase imaginary seduction here really threw me.
Yeah, I figured. Even knowing what that means barely makes any sense.
Yeah.
Neil's selection, however, had been logically arrived at. His algebra class was immediately prior to lunch, just when a diabetic would be prone to trouble with his blood sugar level. Good thinking, Neil. Allison did not see the faked collapse, but Tony was there and told her about it afterward. I knew it was coming, and he still scared me. Neil should be in one of your plays. He's an incredible actor. He started by swaying in his chair, trying to catch a few people's attention that something was not right. But you know the kids at our school. They went right on minding their own business. They were like, numbers, fuck. Then he turned white. How? I have no idea. Still, no one spoke up, and Sager went right on lecturing about X, Y, and Z. You know, algebra stuff. Finally, Neil just went ahead and did it. He groaned loudly and pitched forward onto the desk, rolling onto the floor. The back of his head hit the tiles with a loud thud. This is so much.
I bet Neil committed and, like, fucked up his blood sugar for this.
He probably did! He's probably like, it's a real diabetic
I have to
fit.
make
I
it
have to
real.
That's why they call me Real Neil. No, not a single laugh from any of you.
Well, it was funny because you laughed so loud, Zoom cut out the audio, so it was dead silent.
It was dead silent over here too, Chris.
That's not funny at all. That's not funny one bit. You should have seen Sager. He reacted as if Neil had caught on fire. He ripped off his sweater and draped it over Neil's body and started fanning him with an algebra book.
It made him warm and cool.
Wait a minute, who peed in the car?
Neil
This is
did.
the second time someone has draped a shirt over Neil.
Oh, man.
He just looks like a kid you want to swaddle in something.
I feel so bad. I just want to, I feel Neil needs a hug.
Baby
Like
like a
a-
shirt hug. Like,
Yeah. They're all trying to hug him with their clothes. Coach was about to try mouth-to-mouth resuscitation when I stepped in, explaining about the diabetes.
You don't want to catch it.
Someone ran for orange juice, and as soon as we put it to Neil's lips, he opened his eyes and smiled. He hadn't even drunk any of it. The whole thing was pretty funny in a way. That is, until his mother showed up.
It's pretty funny.
Wait, who's talking right now? Tony?
Tony. To
I
Allison.
was curious. I was sitting with him in the nurse's station when she came in. She was very upset. You would have thought her son had died. She started crying and shaking, and you could see how much this bothered Neil. He was furious with himself. I guess one way or the other, the caretaker is letting none of us off easy. Joan's command sounded inoffensive enough. Come school dressed bozo clown. I love how economical he is with his words.
Well, they're
pretty
charged
good.
by the word.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, we said Farouja Balk. We were also thinking Greaser lady, like Sandy from the end of Grease. Like, Joan is just described
Or Rizzo from Olive Grease.
Oh,
But
right.
we started out with Kathleen Turner.
Well, just because they said that she had a throaty voice, but she's just kind of a badass. So I get why this is terrible for her.
Well, yeah. Allison wouldn't have minded that order. She might have even enjoyed it. But to punk, tough Joan, used to wearing leather and metal, it cut to the core of her image. No way, she swore. Let that bastard try what he wants. That had been last week, but something had happened between then and now that worried Joan. She wanted a meeting of all 7 of them. Fran's parents both worked, so they decided to gather at her house on a Wednesday afternoon after Tony's track practice. Only one household in 7, both parents are working.
It was the 80s.
So,
Yeah, I guess women worked
I
in the
don't
80s.
I think a lot of them did. It was to be the first time since the accident that they were all in the same spot at the same time. I don't think that's...
Really?
I feel like they're constantly having little meetings. Maybe they're all always missing a person or two.
I guess so. I hadn't really thought about that.
Sometime later. Would anyone like some homemade chocolate chip cookies? Fran asked, bustling about the kitchen, the same table where they had opened the caretaker's original letter, like the typically overly anxious hostess. How about you, Neil? She asked, reaching for a winning smile. You don't have to worry about your weight. He has to
What?
worry about his blood.
Yeah, what?
God. Neil looked up, rubbing his eyes.
Oh, he's tired.
You don't have to worry about your weight, because of how sickly you
Poor
are.
sleepy Neil. Put a blanket on him. He had been resting his head in his arms. He smiled. Homemade? Sounds wonderful. But all that sugar, Tony began. 1 or 2 wouldn't hurt, Neil said. It would.
I know.
I mean, it really would.
It really would, actually. Really.
Fran brought out a warm plate of 3 dozen cookies and a half-gallon carton of milk. That plate weighed 30 pounds.
36 cookies.
Just piping hot.
Piping hot. 36 fucking First of all, how goddamn big is her oven? Second of all, how many cookies can 7 teenagers eat?
Well, probably a lot, but still.
What is 36 divided by 7? I'm furious.
5-ish each.
This is, you know what this
You
is?
could eat 5 cookies in a
Yeah.
sitting. Especially as a teenager.
The real
Oh,
issue
right.
is only 1/2 gallon carton of milk.
That is not enough milk.
That's crazy. You're right, it's 5.14.
5.14 cookies.
The cookie ratio instead of pie.
This is Christopher Pike, though. This is the same guy who, what was it? How many cold cuts for like 40 kids or something like
Oh
that?
my god, I forgot about the fucking cold cut. Was that Remember Me?
That was
Wait,
Eternal
what was that?
Enemy. Because she
Oh,
had,
right.
she had,
She
I
had, like,
believe
cold
it was
cuts and
4
crudités.
dozen children at her house and ordered like 100 cold cuts. I can't remember.
I don't know.
I know we've
It
screamed
was,
about the amount of food with
I
this
just
man
doubt
before.
he's ever made
It was
cookies
scavenger.
before.
No, it was. Weren't the cold cuts in an Animorphs book?
There were cold cuts in.
Because I remember you going on a tangent saying I would be in that pool eating cold cuts.
Oh my God! We have talked about cold
remember that.
cuts often because there were also cold cuts in My Teacher Is an Alien.
It was the 80s.
It was the 80s.
You just have a mental folder of every mention of cold cuts.
I do.
He
You know
likes
why?
what he
Because
likes.
every time we fucking talk about cold cuts, this happens. We talk about it for like 10 minutes.
I'd rather have fresh baked cookies than cold cuts.
Was it Animorphs where someone was in a pool with a cold cut? That
I
fucking
don't
blew
fucking
my
remember
mind.
That was
at
Animorphs.
all.
That's crazy.
Moving on.
Is that the one with the alien that was like the tornado of blades?
Yeah.
Blade tornado?
Oh, the Blade
Okay.
Tornado.
Yeah. All right.
yeah.
We can't.
The
We
Blade
can't get into
Tornado morph.
We can't. We can't.
Allison helped herself. She always
Valik. Sorry.
craved sweets when she was worried. Why had Tony chosen to sit next to Joan? We should get together like this more often, Kip remarked, his mouth full. Oh, I'm sorry. We should get together like this more often, Kip
Way better.
remarked, his mouth full. We always do have such an exciting time, Joan said sarcastically. I'm still sticking with Kathleen Turner.
That's fine. It hurts my throat, so.
I see you got a new car, Kip, Allison said. He had driven up in a red Maverick, a later model. The caretaker didn't do bad by you, after all.
He just got a new Maverick?
I'm assuming they're all rich,
Yeah.
except for Neil. Tony and Neil exchanged glances. Allison wondered what she was missing. Unconcerned, Kip continued to dunk his cookies, muttering, "The old one had sentimental value." Allison noticed Neil playing with a ring, twisting the band on his middle finger as if he were winding it up. The fit was poor, loose. She had never seen him wearing it before. She was fond of jewelry. "Neil, can I try on your ring?" He looked pleased. "I doubt it will fit you," he said, handing it over. But it does. Her hands were not nearly as bony as his, and the fit was snug. So he's like a
Jesus.
skeleton.
Come on. He has diabetes, not like leukemia.
As far as we know. I feel like every time they bring him up, there's like another ailment.
I knew that. Yeah. I just got back from the
I also
doctor.
don't know how important this is, so I just have to write down Neil has a ring.
Turns out I have hysterical pregnancy. The stone was an emerald, an expensive one. She knew her gems, cut in a sharp triangle, mounted in gold. "Has this been in your family?" she asked. Neil nodded. "How did you know?" "The green matches your eyes." She gave it back. "It's beautiful." "Let's cut out the
Keep it
small
in your
talk,"
pants.
Brenda said. "Remember,
any of that?
I'm grounded. I've got to get back before my mom discovers I'm gone. Why did you want this meeting, Joan? You don't look like anything has fallen on you, and I have to finish my shift." The suggestion was mine as much as Joan's, Tony interjected. We should have been gathering and working together since this started, instead of purposely avoiding each other. Does Joan need help with her clown outfit? Kip asked.
Every fucking thing he says is perfect in that voice. Yeah.
Tell them what happened, Tony said.
Oh my god.
I got to do like every fucking voice except for
I know,
him.
that was a treat for you.
Joan, I have a soft spot for Joan. Joan put down her cookie and beer. Yes, she had wanted beer with her cookies. And coolly eyed everyone at the table. Let me say up front that I don't think what happened to me was funny. If any of you laugh when I tell you, especially you, Kip, I'll put this plate of cookies in your face.
Damn, it's a lot of cookies.
That said, Joan lowered her voice and said, "Last night, I went to bed about 12, my usual time. My folks were home, but they were bombed from a police ball they'd gone to earlier. A gunshot couldn't have woken them. They didn't hear what happened, and they still don't know about it."
A police
That
ball?
was a lot of violent language that was confusing.
What the fuck?
I guess. Oh wait, her dad's a cop, I think.
Oh, is he?
I don't remember that. I was just gonna say, like, are her
I'm pretty
parents cops?
sure.
Hence
her
her rebellious
dad.
nature. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
I must have been in bed about half an hour. I wasn't asleep yet when my window just exploded. The glass sprayed all over my whole bed. I had it on my pillow and in my hair, and when I sat up, I could feel it cutting my arms.
Jesus.
Joan rolled up her right sleeve, and it was indeed badly scratched. But I didn't care. I thought, if that's the worst that damn caretaker can do to me, I have nothing to worry about. I would have jumped to the window right away to see if there was anyone there, but I was in my bare feet, and I knew there must be glass all over the floor. So I decided to first get to the light switch, which is by the door opposite the window.
This is a lot of exposition.
I carefully slipped out of the sheets and was tiptoeing across the floor when I
Here,
feel
let me draw you a layout of my room.
this. She made a face. This thing crawl up my leg. I tell you, I forgot all about the glass. I pounced on that light switch quick. Then I saw what was there. Joan stopped talking, taking a swig of beer. "Please continue," Kip said. "The suspense is killing me." Joan glared at him. There were cockroaches all over the room. They were in my bed, crawling through my clothes, running over my desk, and trying to get up my legs.
Ugh.
She chewed on her lower lip, and this time, it wasn't because she was bad.
She did that last time because she was
Because
bad.
she was bad, yes.
Not this time, though. If I live till I'm 30, I'll never get over feeling as nauseated as I did then.
30, you know.
If
the
I
age
live
most
till
people
I'm
die.
30.
Oh my god, that's my fucking nightmare. I would run over all that glass in
Yeah.
bare feet to get away from the cockroaches.
Did they throw a jar full of cockroaches through her window?
Ooh.
Is that what happened?
I don't know.
I think that's what happened.
That's probably what happened.
That's fucking horrible. I feel so bad for
That's
her.
fucked up.
And as scared? Allison asked. Joan nodded faintly. Yeah, and as scared. I was scared.
She has a way with words.
She took a deep breath. It took me half the night to kill those buggers. If I even got them all, I used my old man's CO2 fire extinguisher. Hell help us if the house catches fire next. Help us if the house catches fire
Their
next.
parents are so drunk, they didn't hear her window explode or her shooting a fire extinguisher all over her room.
Jesus Christ, that's crazy drunk.
Must have been a fun police ball.
Must have.
Or her running to wherever the fire extinguisher was and then
Yeah.
running back, probably screaming the entire time.
Yeah, exactly.
Bleeding all over the floor.
The group silently considered the caretaker's latest ploy. Finally, Tony asked, "Are you particularly afraid of cockroaches? Or are you just being a little bitch?" "I hate all bugs," Joan said. "Doesn't everybody?" "I'm sure none of us here like insects," Tony said. But disliking and being afraid of are two different things. My point is, the caretaker appears to have hit you where you're weak. All right, Tony.
I think we all figured that out by now. We're 4 tasks in.
Yeah.
They're all very specific.
They're all quite specific to, who you are as a person. He had to quickly raise his hand to prevent Joan from defending her weakness. Up. We all have our secret phobias.
I saw a cockroach at work a few weeks ago, and I had to get a...
Fire extinguisher.
Wasn't it a pointy?
Yes. If I knew where one was. There's a member of the cleaning staff nearby, and I wasn't asking her to kill it for me. I was just warning her because it was the biggest cockroach I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
And she just went over and like casually stepped on it like it was no big deal. But I was like, I saw it in the kitchen, and I stood still and just looked at it.
Like it was a T-Rex?
It was in front of the fridge, and I had my lunch to put in the fridge, and I was like,
no.
well, I can't go to the fridge. He's right there.
Yeah.
And then it started
It's his fridge now.
Well, yeah, he started walking, and I just turned around. I was like, no.
Started walking. Oh my god.
And then I found my savior.
And then
that
she was
woman that
like,
killed him.
it's fine.
She was
Crunch.
just, oh my god, it crunched so loud.
Ew, of course
was
it did.
horrible. I want to like buy her a Christmas present or something. I'm so grateful to her.
Holy crap.
A copy of Joe's apartment.
It's about Jerry O'Connell living with a bunch of cockroaches.
Oh,
It's a movie.
is that a movie?
exists.
Oh, okay.
It's a real movie.
Joe's apartment?
It's called Joe's Apartment.
It's not a real
Okay.
good movie.
Jerry O'Connell
doesn't
plays the
sound
titular
good.
Joe, and he lives with a bunch of cockroaches who talk to him?
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Okay.
It's not good.
I'm not going to do that. Oh my god, I'm crying.
Oh, boy.
Hey, she might be like, this is hilarious.
She's like, this is our thing
She's like,
now.
Joe's apartment. You know about
This is
Joe's
our
apartment?
inside
It's our
joke.
thing now. I love this movie. Should have won awards. Now, I know you're afraid of bugs because of what you said just now, but how did the caretaker know this? The question brought no ready answer. While they racked their brains, Fran's cookies enjoyed another wave of interest. Only Neil abstained, toying with his milk.
This is
Looking
where we find out he's
exhausted.
lactose intolerant.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That would be so fucking funny. Oh, my God. But it was he who spoke next. The caretaker must know Joan, he said. The caretaker must be one of us. More silence. Everyone looking at everyone else. Everyone looking equally guilty. There is a pattern of sorts here, Kip said with some reluctance. Fran was proud of Teddy. I was... Teddy? Oh, the mural. It's like, what the fuck is he talking about? I was proud of my Maverick. More than anything, Brenda wanted to do well in her play. And Neil hates how Tony and I are always hassling him about how sickly he looks. Isn't that funny, Neil? How much we give you shit about being diabetic? You fucking sicko. The last act maintains this pattern. Joan, please don't hit me. Loves her mean street girl image. Dressing like Bozo the Clown wouldn't exactly reinforce that image. Let's look at a specific case, Tony said. Which of you knew that Joan was afraid of bugs? I hardly think the caretaker will admit to knowing about it, Kip said. But you were right. What is happening?
He's trying to get in this box with, I don't know what in it, but he's probably not supposed to be in there.
Oh, Alfie. It's just Alfie trying to get in a box.
Alfie, go to your little bed.
Alfie, go to your
podcast
go to your little
bed.
podcast bed. But you were the one who said the caretaker can't be one of us. I don't know. They're just talking in circles.
I haven't changed my mind, Kip said. When I mentioned the pattern, I was merely stating the obvious. Lots of people at school are aware of our likes and dislikes. Probably some people we don't even know. Still, I'll go along with your questions. For myself, Joan has always struck me as someone who would love insects. Suddenly, Kip grimaced, bending over and grabbing his leg. I asked you not to hit me, he breathed. Sometimes he's so funny.
Sometimes
and
it's
it
really
makes
good.
me so happy.
I
You
was
said
just-
nothing about kicking you, Joan said.
I just think like if this was a TV show, this would be the point where they're like, how did anyone know that Joan hated insects? And then it would like whip pan to Joan in like shop class going like, bug.
I also, yeah, you're right, it would. But I also think, just like Joan said, most people don't love bugs.
Yeah.
And even if you love bugs, if your room is full of cockroaches, I think you'd be a little grossed out.
Yeah. Like, best case
At the
scenario,
least.
you're an entomologist, and you're like, I'm not afraid of bugs, but this sucks.
Yeah.
But if someone like throws a jar of them through your window at
Yeah.
12:30 at night,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
there's
and you get cut up by the
roaches
glass.
and broken glass all over the place.
Yeah,
That would suck for any of them.
Yeah, you'd be inconvenienced and like pissed off.
Yeah.
Roach bomb.
Roach
Bomb! I'm gonna.
Oh
That's
my
a
God.
Great D&D spell.
But yeah, it's like in Dragon Age with a jar of bees,
Mm-hmm.
which would also be
Beanade.
bad. It really is. That is exactly what it is. I didn't know our darling Joan was afraid of bugs, Brenda said. We knew, Fran said. Allison and I both knew. Fran's just like,
Fran. Fran.
she's like, put the spotlight on me. Just the other day, we saw Joan scream at a spider. Oh, that's right.
Oh,
She did. I was wondering why they mentioned that at all.
okay.
Just the other day, Allison thought. That had been a very timely demonstration of Joan's phobia. Had she purposely jumped at the spider to show she was afraid of bugs so she would fit right in with the pattern? Had she really had a bottle of cockroaches thrown through her window? Joan, Allison said, did you cut your feet getting to the light switch? You better believe it. I cut the right one real bad. May I see it? Allison asked.
Allison.
What?
Allison.
I'd like to see the cut. Are you calling me a liar? Joan said savagely.
Yeah.
Not yet, Allison said.
Oh, damn. Allison's brutal.
Joan steamed for a moment, then reached down and slid off her right boot. The rear section of the foot was heavily bandaged, the gauze wrapped many times around the ankle. Are you satisfied? No, Allison said. Anybody can put a bandage on. We know about that. Want to talk about it? You weren't limping when you came in. Take it off. No, you're sick. You like looking at bloody scars?
Now it's the thing.
Huh?
I said now it's the thing.
Yeah. Allison is just trying to collect more information, Tony interrupted smoothly. I can understand why you don't want to expose the cut to possible infection, but eliminating suspects is as valuable as finding them, said a teenage boy.
Yeah, said a teenage boy football player.
Joan stared at him in disbelief. She's really got you wrapped around her little finger.
You're already parroting whatever she says. I know you two went out.
This is oh, I thought it was Allison.
It is. It is Allison.
No, it's Joan.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. You're already parroting whatever she says.
Oh, I see.
I know you two went out. She couldn't help but tell the whole school. What was that? Neil asked, coming back from a daydream.
Oh, no. Neil likes Allison. Neil likes
Yeah.
Allison, and Fran likes Neil, and Tony and Allison like each other,
And Tony also likes Neil.
and
Neil, I think, also kind of liked Allison.
yeah, I think Neil's into Allison.
Allison
and
likes
Fran's into Neil.
Tony. Neil likes Allison. Tony likes Allison. Fran likes Neil. Tony and Allison dated.
Yeah.
I mean, Tony
and Joan
dated
Yeah.
in the past.
Yes.
Tony and Allison just went on a date.
Yeah.
Deflect.
I'm no
And
one's parrot.
nobody likes Kip.
No one likes Kip.
No
and
one likes Kip.
Kip doesn't like anyone, I guess. or he likes everyone,
He
so
li-
it's not worth mentioning.
I think that's it. Kip likes everyone. Nobody likes him.
I'm
You know who
no
Kip
one...
is? He's the what's his face? Tyrese. He's the Tyrese of the group.
Just because nobody likes
Because
him.
nobody likes him.
Roman.
If you Roman. If you watch Jimmy, do you watch Fast and Furious?
no.
You're missing out.
You should. But I cannot start talking about it. But Tyrese plays Roman in those movies, and our inside joke is if you watch those movies thinking every single person hates him, it makes perfect sense, and it's way
Awesome.
funnier.
That's great.
No one's nice to him, and he says the dumbest shit, and it's hilarious.
I'm no one's parrot, Tony said firmly, staring Joan in the eye. She hardly met the gaze before looking down, scowling at her beer bottle. Tony added, Put your boot on. We can check your window after the meeting. Joan chuckled once. Don't. I already fixed it. By myself. How convenient, Allison muttered. Is this down on Joan Day or what? Joan complained, her voice shaky. Tony's harsh tone must have gotten to her. Allison felt a pang, a rather small one, of guilt. I came here for help. You were saying something?
No, I said you said a rather small one. She felt a small pang.
Joan replaced a window?
Yeah.
Right? Like the glass
She takes
part?
metal shop.
She does take metal shot.
That's
She's
not
handy.
glass.
She's handy.
But I mean, like, if you know metal, you probably
I mean, it's
know a
one
little
thing
bit
to
of glass.
replace a screen,
That's yeah.
but the glass, like, she went and got a pane of glass.
Yeah, she went and got. She was like, "I need these." Oh, wait, that's Brenda. She's like, "I need these the glass cuts, glasses cut."
All while
I
her
need this
super
glass cut.
drunk parents slept soundly.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, if her parents are
Drunk
as bad
cop
a
dad
drunks as they seem, maybe they have a shitload of spare windows.
There's probably something going on there. Regularly.
It was the '80s. Everybody had spare windows in their garage.
They could afford it.
Exactly. They're like, "Oh, someone threw a roach bomb through your window. That's
Again?
fine. We got gate.
We got backup windows.
We got backup windows. Just go to the window room."
Tony softened, squeezing her arm. Squeeze? We shouldn't be singling you out. That's largely my fault, and I'm sorry. We're just trying to learn what we can. Let's get back to this bug thing. I knew Joan was afraid of insects, Neil said. I'm not sure how I knew. Who knew I liked my car? Kip added rhetorically. The whole school. Who knew Brenda wanted to be in the play? The whole school. I tell you, Tony, this is not the way to go about it. Granted, the caretaker probably knows us, but let's look to our enemies. Who hates Joan? Joan mumbled. The whole school.
Oh, Joan.
Joan.
We like you.
Tony frowned. I said I'm sorry. I love you, Joan, Neil said sweetly. Joan's pleasure at the remark was obvious. That's because you're such a far-out guy, Neil, she said. Can any of you think of someone who hates us all? Tony asked, trying to keep the discussion on track. Joan! Kip blurted out, quickly moving his chair lest he absorb another kick. The
That's
joke
pretty
went
funny.
over well, even with Joan, and they all enjoyed a good laugh.
Oh my god.
Amazing.
You know who I bet hates them? The guy they ran over
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Neil.
buried.
They buried him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
They dug a hole and buried him.
Yeah.
How far is this from where they lived? Is it in the new
think
They were
complex?
on their
Far.
way home from a Beach Boys concert in 1986, which couldn't have been that great.
That's amazing. Oh, wonder if John Stamos was there.
Maybe they hit John Stamos.
Oh fuck.
Neil
been
cut it
Stamos
short,
the whole time.
however.
It's been Stamos the whole time.
It always is. Neil cut it short,
Mercy.
however, with his next remark. Maybe the man hates us, he said. What do you mean? Fran asked, her eyes
There you go.
wide. Kip snorted. Don't bring up that nonsense again. Neil shrugged. You asked. Let Neil talk, Fran said. All of you think you know everything. I've seen lots of shows on TV, real documentaries, where weird things start happening to a group of people right after they murder someone.
It
when
was
they-
called "I Know You Did Last Summer."
And when they find out, and what they find out is that a dark power is at work on them. Maybe that man has.
How many documentaries are there of groups of people murdering people?
Yeah. Considering, she said dark power, and I'm just like, is this the Satanic Panic shit from like the 80s, where they're like,
Probably.
was there like 60 minutes expose on like Satanists, and that's what she's talking
Very
about.
possible it was a documentary about the people that opened King Tut's tomb and how they all died.
Oh yeah,
many
that's very true.
years later.
yeah. Wasn't it like the 30s?
Well, no, I'm saying that they died many years later, but it was considered a curse.
Oh, yeah.
They lived long, happy lives until that moment. Yeah.
He died in bed surrounded
And then
by
the mummy killed him.
his wife and his children and his grandchildren, and that mummy finally got him.
Well, they
The
do
last
walk
thing he-
very slowly.
The
It's
last
true.
thing he said to his whole family was, "The mummy!"
I thought he was calling out for mommy.
There are no dark powers, Tony interrupted. People who talk about them are usually trying to scare you into sending them money. He added, the man is dead. Not in our memories, Neil said. His words, gentle as usual, carried unusual force. See how he haunts us still. But is that right? Does it have to be this way?
You know, the way a teenager talks.
So intense.
How long ago was this?
86.
86.
Okay, but when did they murder the dude?
Oh, a year ago.
85.
Literally
Yeah.
last summer.
See how this never ceases to haunt us 1 year later?
1 year ago. Probably still blood on Kip's car.
Yeah.
He turned to his best friend, and Allison could see the pain in his eyes. Tony, all this talk ain't helping us. It doesn't clear our conscience. But if we face what we have done, we can take away the caretaker's hold on us. We can be free. Go to the police. Tell them we made a mistake. This whole thing is killing me. Please, Tony, tell them we're sorry. Tony stood and went to the window. A car door had slammed, and he was probably checking to see if Fran's mother had returned home. Allison stared at him, hoping she knew not what, only that he would make the right choice. I can't, he said at last. It's too late for that. And what if the caretaker really does hurt one of us, Neil asked. Then it will all be my fault. All we can do is hope to find the caretaker, Kip said. Will we kill him too? Neil asked sadly.
Jesus. All right, Neil.
Murder Club.
Really bringing it down.
Murder Club. Chapter 8. Tony always spent a long time warming up before a race. His distances were the quarter mile and the half mile, but before he even stepped to the starting line, he would have jogged 2 miles and run a dozen sets of wind sprints. That's too much. His teammates thought he carried the warm-up too far, as did I, especially when he sweated so much that he always needed to drink before he ran, which to them was a sure prescription for a cramp. His stomach didn't...
Is it, Jimmy? You're a runner. None
Pretty
of
much
us are athletic.
anything you do while running is a prescription for a cramp.
Yeah. Isn't just the act of running...
Too much water, not enough water.
the thing that gives you a cramp. His stomach didn't seem to mind. He favored a particular brand of lemonade that came in 8-ounce clear plastic cartons that
water.
could be purchased only in drive-through dairies. What? The fuck is...
I
Very
guess
specific.
this is so specific. I have to write it down.
Is he scared of that lemonade brand? How will this come back to haunt him?
What? Okay. 8 ounces of lemonade, a plastic carton, and you can only get it in a drive-through dairy.
Drive-through dairies.
The fuck is a drive-through dairy? Jogging.
Do you think it's like a barn and the car goes like straight through, like both doors are open? And...
Yeah, and
Someone chucks a lemonade in your open window.
and the cows give you lemonade.
I'm here
well,
at
the lemonade comes from yellow cows.
Yeah, there's yellow cows, and you're like, 1 8-ounce lemonade, please, and they go, "Ooh," and they squeeze it from their udders into a plastic carton. They give it to you. It's really specific, and it makes Tony run fast.
It's even specific that there's a particular lemonade that only goes through drive-through dairies. Like,
Yeah.
Who's going to a dairy for lemonade?
Who's making that lemonade?
Like, oh, I know just who needs this.
Is it just like local lemonade? It's like one guy, and he's like, you can only get it at the drive-through dairies.
Exclusivity.
Or it's some genius that's like what Jimmy
Corner
just
market.
said. Yeah, we'll be the only drive-through dairy. No one else will have this product in a drive-through dairy.
And we'll have something for everyone. You want milk?
Oh yeah,
We
like
got
each
you.
stall
Yeah,
of the
you want
barn
milk?
they're driving through is a
Cheese?
different
You want some
product.
cheese? What I'm going insane about is how we are all talking about drive-through dairies like we know what the fuck that is.
Well, I Googled it,
Yeah.
and I mean, this is 2025. This was written too long ago. 39 years to be exact. Drive-through dairies now are basically just like either Dairy Queen or other,
Got it.
kind of, I guess,
Oh.
rural-ish, like drive-through ice cream
Like a
shops.
malt shop or
Like
I
a
see what you mean.
drive-through ice cream shop. I don't know. This one looks really cute, actually. That looks delicious.
Let me see.
That
wanna
ice
go
cream cone
there.
looks really good. That is in California.
That's where this takes place.
Oh, shit. Maybe it was
that's the one.
Meadowlark Dairy.
So, check to see if they have lemonade on the menu.
In 8-ounce clear plastic cartons.
8-ounce clear plastic cartons of lemonade. At this drive-through dairy.
This is what it looks like. It's just a building that says milk and has like a...
It looks like a giant barn.
I can't
Oh.
see the camera.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
yeah.
looks like a huge barn. And,
I was right, it's a barn.
Yeah, you basically were. I'm into that. Let's bring it back. Or expand it to the East Coast.
Yeah.
You want
some
to
of that
open a
shit over here.
franchise together?
We've got cows.
Can we combine this into the other love that we have, or not love, the goal that we have, which is to buy a ventriloquist dummy? Can we smash the ventriloquist dummy and the drive-through dairy idea together?
Well, he's the
somehow?
mascot of the
Just like a
dairy.
mascot, yeah.
Yes,
He's the farmer dummy.
Yes.
He's a farmer dummy, and everyone that work, like the person that gives you the shit at the drive-through window, they have to have that makeup on.
Oh, yeah.
Like the lines off their mouth to make it look like
Or
they're
like
a
the speaker
ventriloquist
where you
dummy.
order has a mouth that moves.
Oh,
Yes, that's better.
guys, this is gold.
That's better. That's gold. Yeah, his mouth is a speaker inside the mouth, and then and the lower jaw goes like clack clack clack. Like
Welcome to PJ McGillicuddy's Dairy Farm. What the fuck
Try-
do you want?
Do you want to try our 8-ounce lemonade?
In clear
It comes in plastic
cartons.
cartons. It's great for running.
No cramps.
No cramps
Guaranteed.
guaranteed.
Every purchase comes with a copy of a Christopher Pike novel.
Do you ever think that the people that we don't know who listen to this show, they say they enjoy this?
They wouldn't say it if they didn't. No one, strangers aren't gonna lie and be nice to us.
That's true. That's true. That's true. I just wonder sometimes if anyone.
Maybe they're just really bad at pranking. Like, I'm going to leave a nice comment.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make them feel good about themselves, but I don't mean it. I don't
Got
believe
those
them,
fuckers.
listeners. I don't believe Chris.
I
I think you're all nice, and I like you.
like you too. Let us know what you think about our ventriloquist dummy drive-through dairy franchise idea. Write us at podcast@cactusradio.com or just leave us a comment on YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok. Where the fuck was I? Drive-through dairies. Jogging toward the ice chest in midfield, he felt exceptionally thirsty. The sun had the sky on fire. Mwah, poetry. How do you feel? Neil asked, sitting beside the ice chest. He came to all the track meets. He came to all the track meets. Not the track meets.
Track meets.
Track meets.
That's not something that should trip me up, but it did. He helped keep stats, measured the shot put tosses, and reset the high jump and pole vault bars. He was a big fan, though on this particular afternoon he was only one of many. Today's track meet was the biggest one of the year. Over half the stadium was filled. Are you referring to my mental or physical state? Tony asked. 3 days after Joan had put on her homemade... We don't even, get to see these things happen.
I know. We keep hearing about them after they happened.
Yeah.
Show, don't tell, Pike.
This is fuck. I can't remember who the comedian was, but a comedian was just talking about, their idea for a cop show, but it was all the scenes you don't see in a cop show. So, you don't get to see any of the exciting scenes. You just see them, sitting in their car before they go on a call, and then, them coming back and doing paperwork. That's what this is. Yeah. 3 days after Joan had put on her homemade bozo outfit, much to the delight of the entire senior class, which was catcalling Joan to this day. So, 3 days.
They're all into clowns?
Yes. Yeah. Instead of the cat, the whistle, the woo woo, they're like honk honk. And the day after he had received the chain letter from her, a not unexpected ad had appeared in the paper, and I think we can all figure out what it says. It says, TH, come last, next races.
Hold on.
Yes.
I'd have to catch up on my notes now because that was a bunch of information in one sentence.
Did you write down ventriloquist dummy, drive-through dairy?
I did not.
It's gold, Jerry.
Oh my God. Joan did clown thing.
Yes. Yes.
Tony's task.
Is to
Come in last place.
Come in last place, yeah. Why would he even bother? Like, why would he then do his, like, pre...
He can't let
ritual?
on that something's,
Does the caretaker
different,
work
I
at the
guess.
post office, and that's when he knows, like, they're sending the letters? Or
Yeah, that's a good question.
The meet was against Crete High, which was tied with Grant High for first place in the league. If he did not win both the quarter mile and half mile, Grant would probably lose the title. Coach Sager had already penciled in the sure 10 points to the final score. Tony could not lose. It was as simple as that. He was getting a crick in his neck, guarding his back.
What? Okay.
Both, Neil said, hugging his knees to his chest. What?
Oh.
All right, I don't know. I don't know.
Physical or mental health, and then
Oh,
the
yes.
interlude.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Too much happened in between those.
It's been a fucking
Dialogue.
page since someone asked the question.
God.
Christopher Pike.
He did not seem so down today, and Tony was glad. He's hugging his knees. He's like in the fetal position. Like, wow, that's really cheery for Neil.
Yeah, he looks great.
Yeah, he's
Great.
just hanging out by the cooler.
Yeah. Tony smiled, flipping open the chest, reaching for his lemonade. There were 4 cartons on ice, all for him. No one else could stand the stuff.
Do you think it's drugged or something?
He tore off the tinfoil cap
Oh, no.
and leaned his head back to finish it in one gulp. Neil stopped him. Let me taste it. You never know. Neil's gonna taste for poison for him.
Neil!
Are you serious? Neil plucked it from his hand. Just a sip, to be sure. To be sure it's kosher. He took a drink, rolled it around inside his mouth, and made a face. It tastes sour. It's lemonade, for God's sake.
Yeah, thank you.
Tony took the carton back and downed it quickly. But it shouldn't be sour, you know?
Maybe that's the trick, is like the acid in your body helps your muscles.
Yeah, Jimmy, is that correct?
Jimmy, is that right?
He's shaking his head.
Often feels when I'm running like I have acid in my body.
So you don't want more acid, is what you're saying.
Isn't it called lactic acid?
Yeah, in fact it is. Yes.
Maybe that's
I
what
know
they make
stuff.
this lemonade with.
I'm talking about citric acid, though.
Yeah, I feel like when I'm running
Probably not good.
that I am burning inside with all kinds of acid, and it feels terrible.
Every possible acid.
Yeah, I do feel like running is self-inflicted torture.
It's true.
And you
I think
don't
we
even
just-
get to eat a mammoth at the end of it, so it's like, what's the point?
That's true. I also think we just learned why this lemonade is only sold at the dairy barns, because it sounds like it sucks. And no one else will
Yeah.
drink it.
Yeah.
I think it might just be lemon juice.
It's just like one person there making it,
Right.
putting some aluminum foil on top. They're
Milking
like, well,
the
this
cow.
kid keeps coming
Yeah,
back.
Milking the lemons.
Yeah, milking the
Milking the cow,
lemons.
squeezing lemons. He's like, there's this one high school student that keeps buying the lemon juice, and he loves it. He
Turns
says it
out it's
makes
not
it-
lemonade, it's just milk that went bad.
Ah!
All right, hold on. I gotta start over here. It's lemonade, for God's sake. Tony took the carton back and downed it quickly. Reaching for another container, he hesitated. Was that an aftertaste in his mouth or what? He decided he was the victim of suggestion. He didn't, however, take any more. Where are the others? Keeping their distance. They're afraid the Earth's going to open up and swallow you, Neil laughed. Not really. It was a really funny joke I made. Kip and Brenda were here a few minutes ago. I told them you like to be by yourself before a race. They're in the stand somewhere. I hope you didn't mind my speaking for you, he added. I told Allison the same thing. Although his friend was acting nonchalant, I don't think that's nonchalant.
Not at all.
That was very chalant. He tasted the lemonade for poison, and he told everyone else to leave him alone.
Yeah, that was super chalant.
Tony could hear the tension in the last line. He had told himself he wouldn't do this to Neil, and he had gone right ahead and done it just the same.
Tony.
He was an SOB. Why didn't he just accept the fact and have the initials tattooed on his forehead so he wouldn't be able to fool anyone else?
SOP is one of those things that no one says anymore, and I think we should bring back because it's really funny.
It is. odd to say.
It is.
I don't think I've ever said that out loud before. The problem was, Allison was the first girl he had found who made him feel important without having to swell his already bloated ego.
Oh, Tony.
Quite simply, he was happy around her, but these feelings, they seemed to totter on a balance. Add a gram of joy to this side, and you had to put a pound of misery on the other side. That is what he had been trying to tell Allison that night in the car. I feel guilty, baby. He would have, except it would have been like stealing a piece of Neil's pride, and he would never do that. I should have told you I went out with her, Tony said. I meant to. That's okay. You better keep stretching. The starter is... It's not okay. I stabbed you in the back. But I didn't even intend to ask her out. I just did it, you know. Did you have fun? Neil sounded genuinely curious.
Neil!
He hesitated.
Don't you just want to wrap him up in a
Yeah, I want to take him away from these
Wrap him
people.
up in a hoodie.
He hesitated. I did. Are you going to go out with her again? Tony sat down on the ice chest and yawned. Yawn. The sun
he's
must be
fucking
getting
drugged.
to him.
Yes.
He felt like he'd already run his races and was recovering.
Someone used like a needle and they probably injected shit into the lemonade.
Or into the cow that made the lemonade.
Or to the cow, the yellow cow.
the yellow cow.
None if you tell me you don't want me to. If you had fun, why not? Neil. I would never tell you what to do. I wish you had, Tony thought. A year ago. Almost involuntarily, he found himself searching the stands for Allison.
Didn't he, though?
He
Didn't
did.
Neil
He
say,
did.
let's go to the cops
Neil and
not
Fran-
pretend this didn't happen?
Neil and Fran both wanted to go to the cops, and everyone else was like, you go to the cops, we'll fucking kill you.
Yeah.
Dozens.
Exactly how I remember
That's exactly what happened.
Dozens of people waved to him, but none of them looked like her. One of the reasons he was defying the caretaker, petty as it sounded, was so that he could show off in front of her. When are you going to get that leg fixed? He asked, as if that were relevant to the topic. Soon. Why? So we can run together. I could never keep up with you. You wouldn't have any trouble today, Neil. I don't feel so hot. But you said you felt great. Neil reached for the empty carton. The lemonade! Maybe there was something in it.
Also, like, how can he get his leg fixed?
Right? It's not like his car broke down.
Have they, like, in this book so far, it sounds like someone's sabotaging this race. Has that happened to anyone else yet, where the thing they were supposed to do was, like, reinforced by...
I don't think so.
Not specifically the thing they were supposed... Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
that
don't think
doesn't
so.
make sense.
Huh.
Yeah, they basically were just punished after they didn't do the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Maybe...
he's only had 3 days to do it.
Yeah, maybe this is when it starts ramping up and it starts getting more dangerous.
Okay.
Maybe someone's trying to guarantee that he loses.
Oh,
Already
shit.
dangerous.
That's what it
Giving
is.
cookies to a diabetic.
It's true. Tony laughed. Ah, would you stop that? I mean, I don't feel so hot because of what I did to you. I think it would help if you'd at least get mad at me.
Aw.
Oh.
Neil was hardly listening. Another time, maybe. He pointed to the starting line, where a half-dozen young men in bright-colored tracksuits were peeling off their sweats. Creed High had a quarter-miler who had not lost this year. Tony could see him pacing in lane 2.
FYI, if you don't want to read something, you can skip it.
Is there something I shouldn't read? Oh, okay. I haven't read ahead.
Just reading the end of the sentence.
Thank you. I got
Oh,
it.
cool.
Thank you.
Cool.
Tony knew he would snuff him. You better get moving, Neil said. Tony stood. Will you cheer for me? Neil grinned. Only if you win.
Oh, Neil.
While the other contestants fought with their starting blocks, Tony stood patiently inside lane 1 behind the white powdered line, taking slow, deep breaths, wanting to be mildly hyperventilated before they took off.
Is that
a thing, Jimmy? Jimmy,
Yeah,
is that a thing?
Jimmy, let's go to our correspondent. Jimmy?
Yeah, I would love to feel only mildly hyperventilated while running.
Yeah. Do you want to start like not having your breath?
Yeah, that seems
Start
like
totally out of breath?
an ideal way to do it.
Almost the moment I start, it's like, what, why?
Yeah. Oh God, why?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Is someone forcing you to run, Jimmy?
There's like two me's in here, and one of them's like, you better do this, and the other one's like, I don't know. And yeah,
I think
Yeah.
those
5 hours
me's
later.
should fight.
yeah. Trust
They
me,
do
my
when
friend.
he
Sounds
runs.
like they do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they ever? I wish one would give me cookies. Let's see, where
You need a third me who's like, who wants cookies? And then the other two get distracted. Then you don't run.
The third me tends to throw a glass jar of cockroaches.
Oh, this book is so good.
Blocks had never helped him in a sprint as long as the quarter mile, and he doubted they would be helping anyone else in the race. Being in lane 1, he had the disadvantage of the tight turns, but he always opted for the position, for it gave him a clear view of the other runners. This fellow from Crete High, Gabriel was his name, Tony remembered, would feel him on his heels until the last turn. That is when he would blow past the guy. He would rely on his kick. He had to save himself for the half mile. He
So
wasn't
it's like
feeling
his nos.
yeah.
Yeah. He hits the nos in his legs.
or he just like kicks the other runner.
Yeah, that's that.
He wasn't feeling any surplus of energy at the moment. Yawning, he pulled off his sweatpants and put his right foot a quarter of an inch behind the starting line. We'll go at the gun, gentlemen, the starter said. A short, fat man with a cigar hanging out of the corner of his mouth. Amazing.
At a high school track meet.
What is he, like Rocky's trainer?
He pulled out his black pistol and aimed it at the sky. Set! Tony took a breath and held it, staring at a point 10 yards in front. He thought he heard Allison shout his name and smiled just as the gun went off. The distraction cost him a tenth of a second before he could even begin.
Oh, shit.
Gabriel was either a rabbit, or else he was extremely confident of his endurance. Tony was 2 strides in back of the guy's stagger going into the first turn. And he was... working.
No matter how he trained, some days he was simply flat, and he knew this was one of those days as he reached the first quarter-lap white post. He was not unduly concerned. He had such faith in his superior physique that he was still positive he would win. Yet, when they straightened into the backstretch and he saw that he had failed to gain ground on Gabriel's stagger, which he should have done automatically, he began to worry. Yes, I know all of this. His breathing was ragged and he couldn't seem to get his rhythm. He would have to gut this one out. Driving his arms, he willed the gap between them to close. He was doing like windmill with his arms. The final curve was agony. The quarter mile, which required as much strength as speed, was never easy, but this was ridiculous. Each gasp squeezed tighter, a red-hot iron clamped around his lungs. He must be coming down with something, he thought. A heart attack, maybe?
Coming down with a heart attack.
I might be coming down with a heart attack. Hitting the straightaway, he finally managed to draw even with Gabriel, which is exactly where he wanted to be at this point. The problem was he couldn't get in front of the dude. His legs were, in the words of the sport, going into rigor mortis. Jimmy, is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Those are just words everywhere. Those are just words we all know.
Yeah.
There's a list of things to watch out for while you're running, and going into rigor mortis is definitely on the list.
Yeah, I would assume so, because that means you're fucking dead. All the way to the tape, which had never approached so slowly, he thrashed with his arms. Windmilling, the only thing pulling up his knees. 5 yards from the finish, he had somehow managed to slip a body width behind. He had no choice. He threw himself at the line. The tape did nothing to break his fall. Nevertheless, it was a relief to feel it snap across his chest. He had won.
This guy's slipping bodies everywhere.
And then he shit himself.
Yeah, then he puked. The cigar
He did
puffing...
both.
Yeah. Ugh. The cigar-puffing starter helped him up and slapped him on the rump, congratulating him on a thrilling victory.
And then he went to jail.
Yep. He was like, best part of my job.
Right, but like a year later, he'll start getting chain letters.
His teammates jubilantly pumped his hands, and Coach Sager went so far as to hug him. Tony received the gratitude in a hazy blur of oxygen debt, but he distinctly heard his time. 49.5. He had run 48 flat last week and had finished waving to the crowd. He had to be sick. He couldn't be getting old. What? What are you, 17?
The hands of time.
God.
They're going to be dead by the time they're 30.
That's
so.
true.
It's got rigor mortis right now.
They're going to be dead, by the end of the book.
Yeah, it's Logan's Run. They all die at 30.
No, his name's Tony.
You should have just said Tony's Run.
I like what I said. And then I like how long I paused.
It took me. I didn't like how long it took me to get it.
It's okay. The half mile was in half an hour. Normally he jogged. He's got to run more?
It sounds like
Yeah.
it.
Dude, you're fucked. You could barely do that.
I hope he shits himself.
Oh my god,
That would be great.
He is gonna have a heart attack. The half mile was in a half hour. Normally he jogged steadily between the two events. Today he staggered about, unable to find his sweats. What do I do with them? He had another lemonade from the ice chest.
What a really smart move.
And had a struggle to keep it down.
God.
Tony.
His digestive tract felt like it was digesting itself. Had this not been such a crucial meat, he would have called it a day. You look like you were running in mud, Neil said, unhappily, popping out of nowhere, holding his sweats.
Because he shit himself.
Tony took them, but felt too weak to put them on. Are you okay? I felt better. You've looked better. I'm glad you won, but don't you think you should forget the half? He leaned over, bracing himself on his knees, shaking his head, which seemed to be coming loose. We need the points. Then at least get out of the sun.
Gotta make it to regionals.
Yeah. Then at least get out of the sun for a few minutes. Go sit under the stands. That sounded like good advice. I will. Neil turned away. I'm going to help at the pole vault. I tell you again, don't run if you're sick. It's not worth it. Tony dropped his sweats and stumbled toward the seats. Several people, mainly girls, shouted his name, and he answered with a vague wave. By sitting down, he was running the risk of tying up. He was running the risk of tying up, but he felt he had no choice.
Yeah.
He found an unoccupied spot in the shadow of the snack bar and plopped to the ground, leaning his back on the cool concrete wall, closing his eyes. He wouldn't have minded just sitting there for the next 8 hours. He might have dozed. The next thing he knew, Allison was kneeling by his side. She had on a green t-shirt and sexy white shorts that showed her legs to the point where his imagination could comfortably take care of the rest.
Jesus.
He's actively dying.
Yeah. But he's like, still got time to have a boner.
Yeah. Green was one of Grant High's colors, and the green ribbon in her curly black hair was the best piece of school spirit he'd seen all day. She leaned over and kissed him on the forehead. You were wonderful, she smiled. I stunk. Sweat dripped off his arms. I still do. But you won.
He had meningitis. But I should have won easily. He rested his head on his knees. I feel like a space cadet. I don't know.
That
Sounds like it'd be
actually-
pretty
that
fucking
feels-
awesome to be a space cadet.
It does. But also, that feels so relatable to me.
What does?
Like, you won, but I should have won easily.
It
Like, I should have done better.
should have been so hard to win.
Yeah.
God.
Why didn't I do better at doing okay?
He does know he's not supposed to win, though, or he may die.
He just, I mean, they
He's-
keep not doing it even though they know there are consequences.
Yeah, he
Uh-huh.
literally, he's like, oh, we need the points, so I'm just going to ignore
Yeah.
this death threat.
Yeah.
Because he loves Skull's spirit. Allison put her arm around him. Her flesh was cool like the wall, soft like he remembered from their kisses in the car. I'll walk you down to your car. You should get home, take a shower, and lie down. I have to win the half, he mumbled. You have to run again? That's crazy. You're exhausted. You've done enough. She paused. Are you doing this to show the caretaker? To show you. This was a fine time he had picked to pour out his feelings. He felt like he might throw up. I don't care how many races you... Oh, sorry, wrong.
No, it's
I really
worked,
wanted to
I
do
think.
that voice. No, it's the girl. I don't care how many races you win. He had expected her to say that, and still she had surprised him. She had said it like she had meant it. He sat up, saw her concern. He was still playing the game of trying to impress the girls. "I know you don't," he said, taking her hand, seeing past her to center field, where Joan and Kip were rampaging the ice chest.
They were doing what?
I'm
Unlike
sorry.
Neil.
Yeah, what? What does
Unlike
that
Neil,
mean?
They were not. I'm about to tell you.
Okay.
Unlike Neil, they were not helping put on the meat and did not belong out of the stands. "But I have to run! For the team's sake and for the sake of my Algebra 2 grade. Remember, Sager is also my math teacher." He went to stand, and without her help, he would have had trouble making it.
I really don't think he's going to give you a shitty algebra grade if you don't run good.
"But how could you possibly win like this?" He smiled. "I was born under a winning star. Don't worry." What is this, a fucking anime?
I really want him to immediately throw up. It's like the pistol goes off and he's just like,
That is
just like
that
falls into
is
his
such
own puke.
a dramatic ass anime line.
Yeah.
I
And you
was
have to
born under a winning star.
And you have to say it like this, like with your arm like
Yeah.
kind of clenched up,
with
like,
the
looking at
camera like
sky.
panning down on him.
Yeah, yeah. I barely know
worry.
any anime and I get it.
He spent the next 10 minutes plodding up and down the football field searching for his legs. Because he
Where
was
did I put
tripping
them?
balls. A tall, lanky fellow in Crete High colors, loosening up near the starting line, caught his attention. Tony groaned. He recognized him. Kelly Shield.
Kelly
The
Shield is
guy-
an awesome name.
It's pretty great.
That's like a detective name.
The guy was traditionally a miler, very strong. Crete High must be dropping him down, hoping for an upset. Tony leaned down and massaged his nodding calves. This was going to be harder than the last one. The fat starter called his number, and Tony found himself being placed in lane 2. Kelly Shield was at his back, and that bothered him more than it should have. "Hey, Hunt! Don't like me at your back, huh?" He did not feel the perspiration roll in his eyes, but his vision blurred, and he assumed it must be from stinging sweat.
He said 24 ounces of these.
I think just 16.
You just
They-
did 2?
I think he
Yeah.
just did 2.
Okay. Okay, you should have kept going.
He should have.
His
Yeah.
usual routine of mild hyperventilation started to make him dizzy, and he had to stop it.
Yeah, no shit.
Set. Tony crouched down, swaying slightly. The bang of the gun made him jump up rather than forward. Like before, he was off to a bad start. Naturally, the pace was not as frantic as the quarter mile, as he did not feel as quickly winded. On the other hand, he didn't feel very swift either. Striding down the first backstretch of the 2-lap race, he was amazed to find that Kelly Shield had already made up his stagger. Going into the second turn, the guy had the nerve to pull slightly ahead. This time, Tony did not press the pace. Mr. Shield was making a mistake.
Mr. Shield. Sorry, please call me Kelly. Mr. Shield's my father.
He would go through the first lap like a hot dog and die on the second lap. Oh, what a way to go.
What's a hot dog mean? I don't know. What's so funny is that this wasn't planned, obviously, but it's just funny that like you run and you came on for
Yeah.
a running episode.
That is kind of amazing. I'll tell you, when I run tomorrow, I'm going to go through it like a hot dog.
Yeah. Don't forget to down your lemonade first.
That's true.
From a drive-through dairy.
From a
Yeah.
drive-through dairy.
See,
From
now-
our drive-through dairy.
How soon can you open this?
PJ McGillicuddy's could probably open in about 35 years.
Perfect.
It's extremely specific.
Yeah.
It's going to take a lot of capital to realize our vision.
Yeah. We have a lot
There's
of
definitely going to be a ball pit.
Yes.
All right, we'll talk later. We'll talk
And a
offline.
Discovery Zone sized play place.
Hell yeah. For
obviously.
adults only. No
For adults
children
only.
allowed.
Yeah. You go to PJ McGillicuddy's for the adult fun.
Yeah.
Nope.
Grown up fun.
Grown up fun.
Very fun.
Is that better?
Still
I don't know.
kind of mature fun? Nope, that doesn't work either.
Come for the lemonade, stay for the ball pit.
No children allowed.
No children allowed!
And then in parentheses under it, not that kind of ball pit.
Oh.
Oh, God.
Then Tony glanced to the fourth lane where his teammate Calvin Smith was running. and began to have doubts. Taking into account the varying staggers, Calvin was also ahead of him, and Calvin normally couldn't have beaten him on a motorcycle. Could they all be off pace? You just keep telling yourself that, buddy. Passing the timer, Tony heard numbers being called out that he hadn't heard since his freshman year when he'd run a race with a sprained ankle. By then, however, the clock was not necessary to tell him that he was out of it. The entire pack was in front and pulling away with what seemed like magical ease. Kelly's shield would romp. It struck Tony with complete clarity, just when his mind started a headlong dive into a fuzzy gray well, that the caretaker had gotten to him. If he'd had double pneumonia, he wouldn't have felt as he did now, trapped in a slow motion, his chest filling with suffocating lactic acid,
Lactic acid.
hopelessly out of control. He had probably been poisoned, maybe even hexed.
Oops.
I won't
Oops.
quit, he swore.
Oops. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
What
that's
have you
all right.
done?
His last place was assured. But what was left of his fading mind and will wanted a morsel of satisfaction.
I have a quick question. What is a stagger in relation to like a running event? What does that mean?
I think what they're saying is that when you're lined up on the track, everyone's sort of staggered out like this, so your inner lane is staggered back because the distance
Oh,
is different.
Okay.
But maybe he's saying something else.
Okay.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Even I knew that, and I'd never exercised a day in my life, you idiot.
I was demonstrating to you by going, do,
Yeah,
on the table. Did that help?
I figured it out eventually, but at first I was like, "What the fuck? What are you trying to tell me?" I thought you were like trying
Like
to
a secret message about
mention
something
something else. Yeah. But no, that makes sense. Makes sense. He would lose, but he wouldn't be beaten. I think one of the friends drugged him,
Yeah.
not the caretaker.
I
Not
bet-
trusting him to go through it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who do you think would?
Fran or Neil.
Neil was
I
by
don't
the
think
cooler.
Fran would.
Yeah, Fran doesn't have the backbone to do that. I think it was
I was
Neil.
thinking Kip or Joan.
Oh. Let's get him in now.
Neil
Predictions.
seems too sweet.
Wait, have we heard anything about Neil's dad?
He's dead. Dead.
But when did we learn that he was dead?
Early on.
Beginning.
But before the flashback.
Yes.
Why would Neil leave his crucifix with the man they ran over?
You think the man was his dad?
Possibly.
Oh.
No.
Oh,
Maybe
no.
his dad was a sloppy drunk.
If it was his dad, he'd be like, "You fucking killed my dad."
But
Like, that
maybe
would
he
be
didn't like his
insane.
dad, but still feels an obligation to
Chris.
punish his friends.
Okay,
You know
Chris,
you're
this is
wrong.
an absolutely crazy prediction, and I will be so fucking angry if it's right.
Not writing it down.
Don't write it
This is a
down.
madman's prediction.
Don't write it down. But we're all gonna remember it, and if it's right, I'm gonna kill all of us.
Well, as long as you guys remember it, because I
Kill
won't.
me.
If you're gonna kill us, can
Yeah.
you do it via chain letter?
Yes.
And classified ads.
Yes.
A series
the
of-
old-fashioned way.
Embarrassing tasks.
Yes, of course.
No, it'll all be Craigslist misconnections.
You're gonna need a list of our fears.
Are those still a thing?
God, I haven't looked at those in so long.
Misconnections?
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I assume they still exist.
I'm sure they do.
Oh, those are good
You
times.
know what I'm doing tonight?
All right. He would lose, but he wouldn't be beaten. But it was not to be. He was 100 yards from the finish line, weaving over the brittle reddish clay, wandering in and out of lanes when his right knee buckled and he hit the ground. The last thing he saw was a crowd of anxious people running toward him. One of them is probably the caretaker. This chapter is pretty short, so we good to do one more and then go. Chapter 9. Yes, chapter 9.
Nailed it.
Thank you. Opening nights always made.
So wait, he did come in last in the second one?
He did come in last in the second one, and I read ahead a little bit, and I'm furious about this. Chapter 9. Opening nights always made Allison nervous. There were so many things that could go wrong. She could miss an entrance, forget a line, trip on the carpet, or burp when
God.
speaking. And tonight, on top of everything else, she had
That
to
was
worry.
beautiful.
Thank you. Tonight, on top of everything else, she had to worry about getting shot. The caretaker's ad had been clear.
Shot?
Okay, I don't know what that means, but the caretaker's ad said AP flub lines opening night.
We knew
That's
it. We called that. That she'd have to do a bad job in the play.
Yeah, but like I feel like flub lines is that's nothing.
But that's it means a lot to her.
That's true.
It's your biggest fear.
I guess that just to me feels less bad than Brenda's, which was getting kicked out of the fucking play.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he didn't say get kicked out of the play. He just said insult the director. But like, I don't know.
Well, and like Kip had to fail one test out of like
yeah,
a bunch of perfect tests, probably.
Yeah. All right, AP flubs lines opening night. No way. Famous last words. I'm so scared, Fran whispered. They were standing in the backstage shadows. Did she ever bring the props back? On the other side of the living room wall, they could hear the audience settling. Curtain was soon. What if they don't like my walls? In the entire history of the theater, Allison said, I've never heard of a set being booed. By the way, it was nice of you to finally decide to bring them in. Rehearsing without them was uninspiring. The walls. Because remember, yeah. Fran took all the shit from the play for no reason.
I think she was painting them.
I thought they were done. I don't know. It was confusing. I don't remember Mr.
The crafts people never get their due.
That's true.
She was doing important stuff, and everyone's like, "Where the fuck are the walls? Like,
where the fuck are the walls?"
She's putting the finishing touches.
She's bleeding, like working so hard. 2 minutes, Mr. Hoagland whispered.
That's a whisper from Mr. Hoagland.
That is a whisper for him. Moving like a ghost in the dark. Ooh. He had replaced Brenda the day he had dumped her. You don't have to say it like that. The new Essie was standing in the corner with a pen light, frantically studying the script. Allison felt sorry for her. Mr. Hoagland, did you find your keys? Allison asked. He had complained about having misplaced them earlier in the week. In her opinion, interesting, that was a bad omen. This afternoon, he said, his eyes twinkling. They must have been on my desk all along.
Someone's going to drop
it's
a
the
sandbag
announcer
on
for
her.
Captain Space.
I don't know how I could have missed them. He patted her arm affectionately. I know you'll be wonderful tonight. Thank you. What if the caretaker had simply duplicated the keys or had already planted his bomb?
Bomb?
Bomb.
Why does she think... Oh, she's just... Okay. First she said shot, now she says bomb. She's just spiraling.
She wished her parents had not insisted on coming tonight, but her dad would soon be going to New York on a business trip and her mom would be accompanying him. They felt they had to see the play now or else possibly miss it altogether. Mr. Hoagland went off to encourage the new Essie.
Business trip.
How long do they do a play? I feel like when you did a play in high school, it was like a play.
Oh.
It wasn't like a whole season.
It wasn't a whole season.
It wasn't like weekend after weekend after weekend.
It was like 2 or 3 weeks, maybe? Or was it just like 1 week?
I always thought it was one night, and that's it.
No, we did a bunch of performances.
I am remembering we didn't have a play in high school.
Oh.
But in middle school we did. We did Annie,
Yeah.
and that was a couple weeks.
Yeah, I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay, well, fucking just cut this part out when I'm wrong about how school plays work.
No, it's fine. I barely have any memory of it.
Yeah. Mr. Hoagland went off to encourage the new Essie, and she and Fran were left alone again. Is the gang all here? Allison asked. Come to watch the latest sacrifice. I haven't seen Brenda, Kip, or Joan, but Tony and Neil are here. Fran's eyes lit up. Neil's sitting in the front row.
Fran.
Did you talk to him? No, I can't do that. How do you expect to seduce him if you won't talk to him? Fran surprised her. Can't talk and kiss at the same time.
Oh, Fran.
Ooh, Fran.
Damn, Fran.
Touché. Now get out of here. I have to psych myself up. Fran was used to working with temperamental actresses, this one in particular, and was not offended at the brush-off. But when Fran was gone and Allison was left alone in the dark corner, the bulk of the cast was already in place next to the entrances, and she did not wish to disturb them. She almost went searching for her. Around other people, her chances of getting hurt were small. Of course, Tony had been in front of 2,000 people. Also, it is weird You're not supposed to get hurt while you're doing the thing. You're supposed to do it.
Yeah.
Allison was still furious with herself for having allowed him to run the second race. She had known he was ill. He had told her as much. She should have gone to Coach Sager and insisted he be withdrawn. She had hesitated because, if she knew nothing else about him, he was a determined fellow and would not have wanted anyone to stand in his way.
No one else she had ever met could have pushed themselves as he had over that last lap. His willpower almost frightened her. Allison heard the curtain rise and the opening antics of her stage mother, but her mind was back in the stadium with the shocked crowd. When Tony had lapsed into his drugged stride, clawing at the air as if for invisible strings that could hold him up, she had cried. And she had not cried since last summer, when it happened. Maybe the caretaker had done what he had for that very reason, to keep afresh their memories. The meet officials and coaches had prevented anyone from getting near while he lay unconscious on the track. When the paramedics had arrived and loaded him in the ambulance without even a brief examination, she had thought he was dead. If Neil had not taken her by the arm, she might have wandered around the stadium until the sun had gone down.
Why are we again getting a flashback?
Yeah.
The hospital had been jammed. Anyone else? And a dozen kids might have come by. But for Tony, half the student body showed up, and there was no horsing around. He is alive and recovering nicely, the doctors had announced to a loud ovation not long after their arrival. The pause is when you should have scrolled down.
I know.
Most had left then, but she had hung around with the rest of their unlucky group, and eventually they had learned of the diagnoses from Tony's parents. Someone had spiked something Tony had either eaten or drunk with codeine.
Jesus.
A powerful painkiller.
Oh my god. He was like, man, I haven't had that good a sleep since I was a baby. Holy shit.
Neil mentioned a suspicious tasting lemonade, but when he went to search the ice chest back at school, he found it empty.
Joan and Kip were in the lemonade in the ice chest after Tony drank it.
Ooh.
Were they?
Yes. Tony
police-
looked over at the ice chest and that was what was the phrasing.
The phrasing was amazing.
They weren't
yeah.
supposed to be in that
Ravaging?
area.
Is that what it said? They were ravaging.
Yes, I think so.
I think it was ravaging.
He said Joan and Kip.
Joan and Kip.
The police
Take
made
these out of order
inquiries,
notes.
but no one, i.e., none of them. What a useless addendum.
That's what no one means?
Who, like, that is just... Like, do you think he was 3 words short of, like, a word count? And was
Yeah.
like, I know just the place.
That's fucking crazy. No one, i.e., none of them. Yeah, man, that's what
In
no
parentheses.
one fucking means.
Who could
I'm
have
already
presented a
reading a
motive
book.
spoke up. Crete High had won the track meet by 2 points. With his stomach still recovering from a thorough pumping, Tony had left the hospital the next morning.
Jesus.
God is the state is God, Allison heard in disbelief. Had she been wool gathering a whole 10 minutes? Someone must have slipped her codeine.
I was like,
What is happening
did
right
Tony
now?
wake up screaming that?
These last
I
two
guess that's from the play that we don't fucking know.
Oh, I guess, but no,
Okay.
that's a... Not... I...
Wool gathering.
I feel like I just drank a bunch of codeine.
What the fuck? That broke me. That broke me.
Next
Okay.
page, please.
Sure.
Her entrance was in a few seconds. All that was on the previous page was her N.
Her
And,
and...
trance.
Oh my god.
Quick, i.e. fast. Where was the script? What was her first line? What was her character's name? What was she doing here? Love it. She's 30. Like,
Yeah.
this is what life is like when you age.
Oh, no. But
Love
also,
it,
this is
Allison.
what she's supposed to be doing. She's supposed to forget her line. So, like, just fucking, I don't know, lean into it.
Yeah, that's right. Love it, Allison thought, laughing to herself. The last second anxiety attack was an old friend. She didn't feel comfortable without it. Stepping confidently to the
That's
side
That's
of
a
too
goddamn
real.
lie with show business.
Yeah.
Like, there you are. Stepping confidently to the side of the front door.
It's an
she
old
heard
frenemy, if
sound effects
anything else.
of a real door opening and closing. She paused momentarily on the threshold, took a deep breath, and then swept into the lights. And so the beautiful princess came into the palace, she said, allowing her tension to flow into her character, who was supposed to be a shade nervous. She kissed Alice's mother, father, and grandfather, saying, and kissed her mother, and her father, and her grandfather.
What
The
fuck
magic
is this
started.
play?
She was not a deliberate actress. She was at her best when she let herself go. This style always contained its element of doubt. What if she cut free, and whoever took over had decided to take the night off? Fortunately, tonight that was not the case, for Alice, a lovely, fresh young girl, had dropped by for a visit.
Did she have the codeine?
She's just getting really lost in the role.
Yeah, she's just one of them asshole method actors.
Yeah.
This did not mean that she went into a careless void. Her spontaneity needed to consciously avoid certain dark paths and steep ditches while frolicking on stage. One wrong turn for her was to look at the audience. It was fine to see them, but thinking who they were and what they thought of her was never wise. This was particularly difficult not to do tonight, knowing Tony was watching. When she was not speaking, she found her mind turning his way. This drifting was partly brought on by the fact that Alice's love in the play was named Tony.
What?
Well, it was a poor imitation of the real thing. Her first stint on stage, when she told her wacky family about her new love and her plans to go out with him that evening, went over without a hitch, at least as far as her part was concerned. Brenda's stand-in for Essie forgot 2 lines, one being a question she was supposed to ask Alice. Immediately recognizing the vacant panic in the girl's eyes, she had covered for her by asking herself the question and then answering it.
And I bet you wanted to know if he is good looking? Well, yes, in a word. Waiting for her next line, Allison distinctly heard a chuckle coming from the rear rows. It was Brenda, wallowing in her poorer place's misery. She went, Allison,
I love Brenda.
Me too.
That bitch don't got what it takes.
She's just smoking a cigar in the back row.
Just passing it back and forth with the coach.
Right, yeah.
Yes, exactly. Allison went to get dressed, and Alice went to get dressed, and Allison went up a flight of stairs and started down after the 5th step. She stood in the dark to the side of the front door offstage. She had to call, "Is that Mrs. Kirby, Mother?" a couple of times, but otherwise she had a few minutes break. She felt high as the kite.
Wow.
She felt as high as the kite Tony and she had flown on their date.
Oh,
Is that why they flew a kite, so he could write that line?
yes.
Oh, that's great. He had confessed wanting to impress her with his athletic ability, and she was no different when it came to her acting. He would have to love her. She was hot. That's what the book says. That's just what it says. How did you like the way I arranged the tiny paintings above the fireplace? Fran whispered, popping out of the shadows.
Yes.
The whole time I was out there, I couldn't keep my eyes off of them. What kind of a question is that? Had you hung a Playgirl centerfold over the fireplace, I wouldn't have noticed.
That's fucking mean.
Yeah. She sucks. Alice's son is mean.
I'm literally writing Allison is mean.
Allison is mean.
To Fran.
Allison is mean to Fran and everyone else. She's really mean to Joan. Fran's patience with temperamental actresses apparently had its limits. She was insulted. Brenda's right. All you care about is being the star. She whirled and stalked off. Sorry, Allison thought, afraid to say it aloud lest the audience hear. Is that how her friends saw her, as an egomaniac? Yes. It is. It was a depressing possibility.
Several of them have told her.
Yeah. It was a depressing possibility, and more likely, a reality. But she couldn't worry about it now. Collecting her boyfriend from the clutches of her eccentric relatives also went smoothly. But coming up was her big love scene. The young man who played Tony was named Carl Becht. Ugh.
Becht?
B-E-C-T. Carl Becht. Hi, I'm Carl Becht. Nice
Where
to
is
meet
it?
you. I'm in a play. Carl becked.
Okay.
It's awful.
I don't like it.
It's bad. He was a nice enough looking guy.
I was
Dark.
thinking like a CHT,
Yeah.
Right.
like a hex.
No. It's becked. It's too
I
many
wanted
consonants.
it to be becked.
Yeah.
With the CHT.
Becked.
Oh boy.
You ever say a word so many times it doesn't sound like the word you're
It
saying?
already wasn't a word.
Already wasn't a word. He was a nice enough looking guy, even if his name sucked. Dark, strong, about her height, but his every move on stage was exaggerated, and he had a tendency to mumble. Also, there was absolutely no chemistry between them. Mr. Hoagland knew all this. He had simply cast Carl out of desperation for anybody else. Carl was essentially a humble young man, but it was funny. When it came to his acting, he thought he was blessed. The disease must be contagious. I don't know what any of that means.
I don't know.
I just read it, and
The last part, particularly, I don't
Yeah.
understand.
I don't get it.
Allison wondered what the real Tony would think when she kissed Carl. The intimacy always grossed her out. Carl had bad breath.
He's gonna crinkle his soda candy. He's gonna go becked.
Bicked. Yet once again in the spotlight, she slipped comfortably into Alice's mind and for a few minutes actually found Carl desirable. I let myself be swept away because I loved you so. The lines were a bit mushy in places, but what the hell? It had only cost a couple of bucks at the door. I guess the play.
Sure.
They decided to get married. She really is like mentally going in and out of this character. Like,
Yeah.
they decided to get married. It was inevitable. It was in the script.
That's pretty good. All right. Every once in a while, Pike.
He gets me.
Pretty good.
She walked Carl to the door, kissed him goodnight, and floated back into the living room. Still under love's spell, she softly leaned against the wall in the same spot she had leaned against during yesterday's rehearsal. Granted, the set was canvas, and under the best of conditions could not withstand much pressure. Still, she only put a portion of her body weight against it. There should have been no problem.
Oh.
The wall fell down.
Oh no.
Allison fell with it.
Oh no.
The disorientation... The disorientation was similar to being sound asleep and then suddenly being awakened by a bucket of ice water. Also, it was like falling over.
Yeah.
It was a lot like falling over.
I thought it was like when you're falling asleep and you feel like you're falling and then you jolt awake, because that's a very common thing.
Or it's just like if you have ever fallen
Yeah.
over. Alice was a dream character falling into a nightmare. She did not know what was happening, only that she was hitting the floor hard. Pain flared through her ribcage as she rolled on her back, hearing a loud ripping of canvas and a muffled gasp from the audience. The part of the living room wall that was still upright sagged away from the top of her head. Her vision seemed to telescope on a glint of metal where the ceiling would have joined the wall had the room been real. It was a chain hooking the lights to Fran's set, a stainless steel loop that refused to give under the pressure. Since it wouldn't give, the thin cable that suspended the row of stage lights did, snapping cleanly. I love when I have to read something logistical like this, and I'm not taking in one single word about what's happening.
If it makes
What
you-
is happening?
If it makes you feel any better, I heard everything you said, and again, I don't know.
Okay, something happened.
I think
and
the
then...
lights are falling
Oh, God.
on Alice.
Oh, no! The heavily wired metal bar and its accompanying electric bulb fell directly toward her face.
Jesus.
There was no time to get out of the way. Instinctively, she threw up her arms, her hands catching a wide yellow light, the glass cracking around her knuckles, the splinters raining about her closed eyes. It's almost the end. Do you want me to finish?
Yeah, take us home. That would hurt. Those lights are fucking hot as shit.
Her back arched with a sudden spasm. Her fingers were entangled with exposed wires, the hot current vibrating up her nerves to her spinal cord.
Oh my god.
Letting out a cry of disgust as well as pain, she pushed the bar aside, cutting herself twice over. Blood dripped from her mangled hands onto her costume. Hold on. So the light fixture just fell on her? I feel like I'm not mentally taking in the words I'm saying.
So like the fuck, what's it called? Yeah, the
bar with the lights.
metal shit. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
got a name, and I'm furious I can't think of it. But that fell
Yeah.
with a light on her. She put her hands up. The light
And it-
hit her hands, broke, and electrocuted her. So
Fuck!
like she got like burned, cut, and electrocuted
Oh my
by
god.
a light.
Oh my god. Tony was the first to reach her side. Grabbing the light support, he angrily pulled it away from her. I did this, he said, helping her up, his face ashen, the crowd gathering at his back. She would probably cry in a minute, but right now she couldn't help laughing. In a perverse way, the same way all the caretaker's tricks had seemed to her, it was funny. Looks like I flubbed my lines after all, she said.
Jesus Christ. That's bum 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 bum. My God.
I do think the image of this teenage girl like covered in blood and glass just like laughing maniacally is amazing.
That's incredible. That's
Jesus.
amazing. And the word I was looking for was truss.
Okay.
That's the
I'll
name
write
of the-
a truss.
I thought that was it,
Oh.
but I wasn't confident in it, so I didn't say it.
You should have yelled it. One of these things.
Oh, yeah.
But the shame if I was wrong. I wasn't prepared for it.
But the celebration of you coming to my rescue, Chris. If you were right.
Well,
No, that's the
anxiety
worry.
is a hell of a thing.
It's always worth it. It's worth the risk. Chris, it's always worth the risk with me. That was a crazy ending.
Yes, it ramped up.
It did ramp up.
So
Holy
much
crap.
more happened in these 2 chapters than in the entire rest of the book we've read.
Yeah. I was gonna say except for the part where they killed a guy, but even that chapter dragged for quite
That
a
was
long time
one
before
chapter,
that
and it was
one-
so long.
Yeah.
Most of
Identical.
it was about tumbleweeds.
And Beach Boys.
And the Beach Boys.
And that stupid, weird sex audio tape.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
went on too long. Jimmy, did you remember any of this?
Not a thing.
That's awesome. What did you think?
This is awesome. I need to know.
Yes. Oh, it's fantastic. God, I love these books.
Yeah, so good.
Oh my God. All right, what'd you cross out?
I don't know. There's something happening with my brain right now and my processing where it's not working.
I think it's
And
stress.
it's like I'm
We call that the
I'm
Pike factor.
saying
or the
words
Pike
out
effect.
loud and I'm not understanding them.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking words, but what my hand is doing is not writing those words.
What did you write?
I don't know.
She crossed out 3 lines.
I wrote, a trust falls on Allison and glass. What did I write? I
Every
did
time
cross
it
out-
happens, a week
I wrote-
gets added to Pike's life.
And glass on lights smash on her.
That's
Or wait,
correct.
hold on.
Yeah.
What did I write? A trust falls on Allison and glass, and then I crossed that out. And then I wrote lights smash on her,
Yeah.
cut her on glass. And I was like, cut her on glass.
Yeah. No.
And then I tried to write the word electrocuted. And I wrote electrocuted. And then that's when I was like, fuck this whole sentence.
This
It's
is
like starting
so much more
over.
clear than what he wrote.
It really, yeah. That's the thing is like when you try and parse Pike down to like notes, you do.
Oh my god.
It's like, yeah, it's it's
One does not
Lovecraftian. We're all
simply parse
going
Pike
insane.
down.
Oh my God.
I won't be parsed.
That'll be on his tombstone.
No, as soon as he was born talking, by the way. As
Yes.
soon as he was born, he was like, I will not be parsed.
Shall not be parsed. Someone tried to parse him. He's like, I'll stick an IE in there so fast.
do you think his parents are like, I don't know what the fuck he's saying half the time?
Yeah. You try to parse me, I'm gonna draw this 5 seconds into an entire chapter. You watch me. I'll do it happily. I'll do it laughing.
And then the mom's like, we could kill him.
And then he's like, that's a great idea for a book.
Yeah.
And the dad's like, no, he's unstoppable.
Just give him some paper.
Let
He'll
him
just
give him some
start
paper,
talking and we'll be too confused and then forget that we wanted to kill him.
do his thing. I don't know why he talks the way he does, but one day he'll be on podcasts. Jesus, this was great. I love this book.
So good.
Any final thoughts from anybody? Any predictions?
It's very Pike.
It is very Pike.
I feel like that last part in particular was pointing to Fran
It was.
being the saboteur.
Which I feel like is a red herring.
A
could
Fred
be.
herring.
See,
It could be or it could be
it seems.
Fran. I don't know.
It seems too obvious that it would be Fran. Because like she
Fran-
just insulted her and Fran ran off like in a huff and like
And she worked on the sets.
and she worked on the sets. Like that's what I'm saying, it's too obvious.
Yeah.
Like someone would be doing it be like, I can frame Fran so easily.
But also the whole thing, like Fran and Neil were the ones that were like, this is bad.
Yeah.
We shouldn't bury this stranger. We should call the police and confess. And they were the ones stressed out about it.
Yeah.
So I feel like maybe the whole thing is Fran.
Oh,
And
interesting.
she's just like, I feel so guilty.
Yeah.
These guys are dicks for pretending it didn't happen.
Yeah.
And I'm going to torture them into confessing or something.
And I want to
Wonder-
bang that sickly boy.
Yes.
I wonder if Fran and Neil. So if I'm catching up, and you guys taught me so much about this book, which I'm thrilled about. If
That
Fran
you
and-
have read.
If Fran and Neil came in together in that same situation, they're both unsure, like we should go call the cops. It feels like maybe one of them genuinely felt that way. And I'm going to back Chris's theory up. I wonder if Neil was coming at it like, we should call the cops because you guys just killed my dad, and I'm not going to come out and say that
Oh.
Because he didn't like him.
because he didn't like him.
Because he didn't like his dad.
But he left his
support this.
he left his cross with him.
All right. I'm writing down.
write it
and
down.
I'm giving
At
you
the end of
both
the day,
credit.
you're still my daddy. Blood
Neil,
is blood.
in the recaps that you guys gave me, Neil was definitely number one suspect for me.
He's
What's the
too
motive?
described.
Well,
Yeah.
And also, it's the usual suspect thing. He's the super sickly one, so why would anyone suspect him?
He's exaggerating
And
his
why is
ailments.
his knee bad? Maybe his dad smashed it.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Maybe his dad hit him with a car. I don't know. This is...
Oh.
all I think is that Joan and Kip poisoned the lemonade. I think that's all they did.
That might be a red
I think
herring.
that had nothing to do with the caretaker. I think they were trying to make sure, because they knew Tony is too proud and they knew
Yeah.
he wouldn't throw it. And they already got fucked with. Those are the only two people so far
Yeah.
who didn't
So,
do
like-
what they did and got fucked with.
Yeah.
It's
So,
gonna
like,
end
that's
up
true.
being it started with one person, but it ends up being a Murder on the Orient Express type thing. Spoilers for Murder on the Orient Express.
You know what?
that
I
really
did
old
only
book.
read that book like within the last 5 years, and I was like, "Holy shit, that's a really
it
good
turns out
book."
Same.
all of them are sabotaging each other
Yeah.
to try to avoid the outcome of what one person started.
That would be really funny if they were all sabotaging each
If
other.
that was the case,
Fuck.
then he's a fucking king. That would be incredible.
I'm so excited. I love this
But the
book.
genius idea of the caretaker is just like, they'll turn against themselves.
Yeah.
And that was who
So
would that,
dastardly.
who could that be? I bet. Okay. If this is the theory, if this is the going like theory, I bet Brenda is the caretaker
Why?
because she is like kind of big and like brash, and she was the one, like when the letter showed up, she was the one to Fran be like, open it. I want to know
And
what it
she
says.
did
Open
go
it."
hard on caving her role in the play.
Yeah, like I
Okay,
feel
do you
like
want me to write that down as a? I'm writing mine down.
what's yours?
I think that Fran and Neil are behind the whole thing.
Okay. Then write down alternate theory. I'm gonna jump in with Chris and Jimmy and say that it's murder on the Orient Express.
Their theory is Neil's dad was the
Oh, right.
dead man.
Yeah,
That's
that's the keystone of
I like
my
that.
theory.
Yeah.
Okay. Then my theory is Brenda sent the chain letter, but only if it is a everybody did something bad to each other situation. If it's not that, then I don't think Brenda sent it.
If then,
Is that a theory?
Brenda,
or is that I'm covering all my
are you
fucking
trying
bases?
to fully shut my brain down?
No, I'm just saying, yeah.
Brenda sent letter
It's not even my full theory. It's
/
just
murder on
like,
the Orient Express.
It's just it's my tag onto the murder on the Orient Express theory. And all
Which was
I'm
also
saying-
my theory.
which was Chris's theory. That was
Alright,
Chris's
I'll-
theory.
I'm
Very
giving you
smart.
guys credit for that.
I could be right twice.
So you have been right so many fucking times, and I hate it.
I'm a detective.
God damn it! I know.
Dang it.
Did you write down that I think Joan and Kip poisoned the lemonade?
I did. Well, I wrote down that they were around the ice chest.
Okay.
Why is he just like sitting next to it, hugging his knees?
Right.
Who, Neil?
Does he feel bad about what he did? Like, what the hell?
He probably peed his pants again. He didn't want anyone to see.
No one wrapped anything around him, so he had to wrap around himself.
Yeah.
He's like, usually there's a sweater around me by now.
Yeah. Maybe if I look really cold,
Someone will tuck me in.
People keep offering blankets over my shoulders. I don't know why.
Does Christopher Pike tend to wrap up all the loose ends?
No.
Yeah, I think so. And it can be a stretch.
Well, no, it's always what you thought was a loose end wasn't a loose end at all. It wasn't important. It was dinosaurs or a robot from the future.
I think what I will say is that what he tends to do is wrap up all of the loose ends really quickly in an epilogue. His books end
and
abruptly.
it's with shit that's so nonsensical that you're like, I guess I just have to accept that they were dinosaurs. You're not going to tell me why they were dinosaurs.
No, that's just how it is.
Why one of them loves ice cream so much?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is there an ice cream loving dinosaur?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who faked
Two of them.
incest?
I wish I could scrub that scene from
We
my
don't know
brain.
they faked it.
We do. They're not brother and sister.
Oh.
We definitively know that they were not brother and sister, but they were pretending to be brother and sister,
And they were into
Oh, wait.
And they were-
I read this.
You did.
Oh, did you?
Is this chain reaction?
This
what
is scavenger hunt.
Scavenger hunt. Yes, I read this.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Immortal
It was
dinosaur
not
people.
sibling
Yeah.
dinosaur siblings.
Yeah,
that
she was
loved
like
to
double
make out.
fisting ice cream cones and making out with her fake brother in a car. And I wish I could bleach that out of my brain.
Yeah. And then they murdered a child in a wheelchair
Oh, my.
Yes, and a dog.
and a dog.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, Christopher Pike he's the best.
Yeah, this is tame
It really
by his
is.
standards.
Give it time.
But
How
it's
far
still,
are we? Yeah.
it's tame, but it's still good. We're like halfway
That's
through.
11.
This is
Start
what,
10.
episode 8?
Sorry?
I said this is what, episode 8 of this book?
4. There will be 8 episodes, I bet. If we're
Hold on. That
Yeah.
was chapter 9, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, okay. I am just so happy to see that the columns have shown up
came
again because they showed us
okay.
these columns and I was like, I feel like I need to memorize this.
Yeah.
And I took
just
a picture
happy
of
for
it.
paragraphs because it seems like every chapter started with just a gigantic block of text.
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay.
I read ahead.
Don't
It's
read
so
ahead!
good. God, I love this book.
Jimmy, thank you so much for coming back on the show, as always. Is there anything you'd like to plug for anyone listening?
I have nothing plug worthy right now, but you should keep listening to this.
Cool.
And this is amazing. Like I will be.
Thank you. Chris, what about you?
If you love the hijinks and asides that we get up to on this show and tangents, then I would like to invite you on an improvisational comedic journey that we call The Sketchy Show. Available wherever you get your podcasts. It involves me, Jonathan Eaton, sometimes Bekah Eaton, and returning champion John Walker on the reg. So check that out.
That's right. You can follow Below Grade Level on Instagram and TikTok, and you can follow Cactus Rodeo, where we publish all of our stuff on Facebook and YouTube. Thanks for listening. Come back next time to see what happens with column 2 of the chain letter. I cannot wait. We love you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Do people still say on the reg?
No.
Below Grade Level is a Cactus Rodeo production. You can subscribe to and follow Below Grade Level on TikTok, Instagram, Spotify, Apple, and wherever you find podcasts. Contact us at podcast@cactusrodeo.com and discover more of what Cactus Rodeo has to offer on Facebook and YouTube.